Hey everyone, welcome to Moving Matt. We do vlogs, travel, and some camera stuff. And this is Camera Wars, the show where we give you the latest camera news and let you know just how the battle is heating up. First up, DJI's released their version of an FPV drone, creatively named the DJI FPV Drone. This drone looks to simplify the first-person drone experience by adding features like emergency brake and hover, front and down obstacle sensing, and return home button. All you need to do is don this Mantis helmet and you can blend the world of cinematic and racing drones. But while we are talking about cinematic, the camera on this drone offers a 1/2-inch CMOS sensor at 12 megapixels and will shoot 4K 60 and 1080 at 120 frames per second. So nothing to write home as far as DJI drone cameras are concerned, but definitely some solid specs. On the racing side, it offers speeds up to 87 miles per hour, so no going back in time with this one. I will admit I did steal that last joke from Frono's Photo, but hey, it's a good joke.
You stole the show from Frono's Photo.
Shut up, Steven. That's right, my producer's name is Steven too. The difference is, my Steven doesn't exist, and it's just me talking to myself. Take that, Steven! Next up, according to Sony astrology rumors, they say that the Sony 50mm f1.2 G Master will be announced on March 16th. Now they did say, quote, "I saw the Sony 50mm f1.2 and can therefore 100% confirm this lens will be announced. That means I give it a solid 60% chance of being true."
That doesn't make sense.
Now he goes on to say this lens is big and wide, but not as long as I would have expected. And to that, I say,
That's what she said.
now if this lens is a real thing, I know it will be a welcome addition for Sony shooters. What do you think? Is this lens real? If so, what will it cost and will you get one? Drop in the comment section below and let me know. But Canon shooters will not be left out when it comes to lenses. According to Canon rumors, he has it from a reliable source that Canon will announce one new camera, the R1, and a lot of new lenses. Now expect this announcement in the second half of the year, and apparently this will be more lenses announced at once than Canon has ever done before. Now the Canon lens roadmap has in part been laid out, but to touch on it here, expect a slew of Canon's white super telephoto lenses just in time for the Olympics. A couple of lenses that I would like to see in this announcement would be the 35 f1.2 and the 135 f1.4. It will be interesting to see how this all plays out and if that rumored camera actually is the long-awaited R1. But while we are on the R1, we have a lot of R1 news to get to. Let's start off with something that actually might happen. Apparently, the R1 may have a new menu system. It looks like Canon wants to try to keep up with the incredible Sony menus.
Right.
According to Canon rumors, who rank this as a CR2, which means this is likely going to happen, Canon was working on a new menu system and he believes the best possible place to introduce it will be the Canon R1. Now Canon is known for having great menus, but in his opinion it would be for making room for all the new features in this camera. But not to fear if you like the Canon menus as they are, one of his sources told him that there may be an on and off toggle to switch from the new menus to the classic menus. Now this sounds like an interesting concept to me. I personally think they should just add 2 more custom profiles, a C4 and a C5, to give more choices, fill out the menu system, and make it more aesthetically pleasing. But those are just my thoughts. Drop in the comment section below and give me yours. And finally, that brings me to the new unbelievable R1 specs being floated around. And by unbelievable, I mean I don't believe them. They are fake. They aren't true. They are phony. But even though these specs are ridiculous and silly is my speciality. So here are the specs according to a Canon rumors CR0. The Canon EOS R1 will have approximately an 85 megapixel CMOS sensor with a global shutter, shoot those 85 megapixel images at 20 frames per second or 21 megapixels at 40 frames per second with unlimited continued shooting. Will have full sensor large quad pixel autofocusing, have 15.5 stops of dynamic range, have an ISO of 160 to 1,638,400 ISO. Have you stopped listening yet? Should I keep going? It will have 5-axis IBIS up to 9 stops, have a 3.5-inch 9.33 million dot 1280 nit 10-bit WCG RGB OLED touchscreen with 120 Hz, and also copy Sony with the 9.44 million dot EVF, and be priced at, get this, $8,500. Oh, and I forgot to mention the flying car that comes with it. Now obviously someone is getting a little imaginative with their specs guessing here, but what do you think? Is there a kernel of truth to this? Is it all true? Drop in the comments section below and let me know. Well, that is the current state of the camera wars. If you've liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and until next time, peace.